Today we'll be talking to some of North Penn's finest and enduring employees of the North Penn School District. Jim Albach, a North Penn bus driver of 35 years, Gene Fritz, a secretary at Oak Park for 36 years, Janet Rauscher, a North Penn High School food service employee of 28 years, and Don Souter, an elementary music teacher and director of 40 years, will all be with us today. We'll hear their stories and their secrets to success all in the next North Penn's Finest. Hello and welcome to another edition of North Penn's Finest. I'm your host, Bob Gilmer, in for Ted Heller. I'd like to introduce Jim Albach, Gene Fritz, Janet Rauscher, and Don Souter, all of the North Penn School District, all for more than a few years. We're going to talk to everyone today about their time here at North Penn and their stories along the way. We're going to start with Jim first. Jim, you're a North Penn bus driver. Tell me what you do as a North Penn bus driver. What's your schedule like in the morning? And what's your day like?
Well, as a bus driver, I get up and I have a morning run only, AM run, and it consists of picking up the middle school at Penndale, and then I go to the Gwinnett Square, and then I come back around 9 o'clock, and that's my morning run for the North Penn School District.
What time do you come in the morning?
I come in at 7:15, and my run starts at 7:15.
How long have you been coming in at 6:45?
For about 20 years, and a few years I had different runs, and I started earlier than that there when I had a high school run. I came in at like 6:30 and was on the road by 7:20 for the high school. But this year it's the junior high and elementary. Okay,
what year did you begin, and why did you begin driving bus at that point?
I started for Mr. Delp in 1965, and then the school district took over in 1966, and that's when the district counts as my time as a North Penn school district.
So how long before with Delp?
1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 year.
Okay. So why have you done it for so long?
I think I enjoyed it because it got me up in the morning, and I met lots of nice people, and the children were very nice. It made an impact on my life that way, yes.
Okay. Well, we'll get back to you. I want to hear some more stories.
Okay.
Gene, tell us about what you do at Oak Park Elementary School and how long you've been doing it there.
Well, I started there in February of 1965. I do typical secretary duties in addition to being mom, nurse sometimes, listening ear, clean up spills sometimes, wherever needed, whatever we needed to do, we do.
Okay. And what year did you begin at Oak Park?
1965.
1965. Mm-hmm. Was it Oak Park that you started at?
I started in the cottage at Hatfield Elementary, the old, where the Bible school is now,
okay.
the theological school.
Mm-hmm.
I started there working for Caldwell Carr, who was the superintendent of schools.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they had the jointure, I was given my choice of Oak Park or York Avenue, and I chose Oak Park.
Okay. Now, how many principals have you had?
This is number 11.
Number 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. What are some things that people wouldn't realize? You know, people say secretary and have certain images. What would be some misconceptions that people might have about what a typical morning might be like at your elementary school? I was just at Hatfield this morning.
A typical morning is absolutely crazy.
We could talk about phone calls and people coming in. Tell us about a typical morning at Oak Park.
Well, the phone usually starts ringing about 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your teachers coming in who need stuff, who want answers to certain questions. And we have the parents coming in, children coming in. And up until about 10 o'clock, it's just very, very busy. And then we sort of settle into a routine. And we're just very busy. It's not just a job sitting behind a desk all day.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. We're going to get to Janet now. Janet, tell us what you do for us here at North Penn High School in food service.
At the present time, I run the Cookie Corner,
mm-hmm.
which...
very popular area
yes.
here at the North Penn High School.
We have the beverages and 5-6 varieties of cookies every day. And I warm up pretzels that come in frozen for the kids every day. So, and my morning starts, it varies, but I'm due in at 7:45. And first thing you come in and turn ovens on and get the refrigerator set up with all the milk and iced tea, and then start baking.
And when did you begin here with North Penn?
82, 83. 72.
Okay.
I'm sorry, in 73.
10-year gap missing there.
Yes.
Okay. Why have you continued to be here for so long?
Well, originally I started so I'd be home with the children when they were off, and then you just like the kids, and you make a lot of nice friends, and I've just stayed with them.
Great.
I like it.
Good, good. We're going to move on to Don. Hi, Don, all the way down in the end. Tell us about what you do at Gwinnett Square, and if you can even give us a list. Gwinnett Square is a new school of the different schools of where you started and where you went through your time here.
Started back in 1961. I worked for 3 districts at that time. Hatfield, where Gene was. Lansdale District, the superintendent was Arthur James at that time. And the North Penn District, A. Kurtz King was the superintendent. Now I had 5 elementary schools and 1 junior high at that time. So I had 6 schools. I was in and out, seems every day is in and out of a different school. I started an elementary band and got the program running in all those schools, combined my bands at the schools I was at, and I had a combined ensemble. And as the years went on, I went from 5 schools down to 4 schools, down to 3 schools, down to 2 schools. But that doesn't mean my program diminished. My program actually grew.
Sure.
And now I'm in 2 schools, Inglewood School and Gwinnett Square. And now my band numbers about 100 each year of elementary kids in the 5th and 6th grade. As far as principals were concerned, I was trying to figure that out today. I got up to 30 principals, and I lost track of some of them. So I've had more than 30 principals over these 40 years. I've had, I guess at least a dozen superintendents that I worked for over these years. So the kids change, the administration changes, but I guess the teachers stay around a little longer, and we don't change quite as often.
I've asked this of everyone of why we stay so long, and of course we know it's because of our massive paychecks. That's why we've stayed so long. But truly, why have you stayed so long here at North Penn, in the North Penn community, I should say?
Well, I've been very fortunate in the North Penn community because the school board has always backed the music program. We've always had the support of the school board. We've always had the support of the administration. And because of these 2 things, that's why one of the reasons why our program has been so successful. We've had an emphasis on choral music and on instrumental music. And back, I forget, in the 60s, I guess it was, maybe 70s, when Dr. Mollenkoff was superintendent, he started the string program. And that became very successful also. So I've always enjoyed myself. I had a chance through the years to work with a high school band when Steve Frederick was the director. I was one of the assistants, and I enjoyed that. But my home and my heart is down the elementary school, starting the kids on band instruments. For instance, today was the first day for our beginners at Gwinnett Square. I started 28 trumpets.
There's some numbers they would love here at the high school.
28 trumpets today, 14 flutes, 10 alto saxes. Drums I started Wednesday, trombones Wednesday, French horns Wednesday, and so forth. But we have a very good program, and over the years it has grown, and I really enjoy the kids.
Great. Now we've all talked about the changes that took place at the North Penn jointure. And maybe Don, since you've got the most history here, a lot of people in the community may not even realize or remember what it was like prior to the North Penn School District being formed as it is today, and understanding the different school districts and the different high schools in the area. Can you give us a brief overview of what it was like before the North Penn School District was pulled all together?
Well, back in the early 60s when I started, I was employed, as I said, by the Hatfield School District. I had principals from Hatfield. I had Colwell Carr was the superintendent from Hatfield. They had their own pay scale. They had their own set of rules, so you followed those. I also was employed by the Lansdale School District, which was just the elementary schools in Lansdale. They had their own restrictions and pay scale and so forth. And then, of course, there was North Penn. I got a small check from them also, and they had their rules and regulations. It was different working for the districts, the different districts. Every district is different, as today every school has their own personality. And I was fortunate to be able to work in a lot of the schools. I guess I worked in at least 13 schools over these years. And each school has its own personality and its own qualities.
Great.
And it makes it interesting being able to do this.
So I want to talk a little bit more about the community. Obviously, the North Penn community has changed enormously since the late 60s and the early 70s, and even going in the late 70s and the early 80s and the late 80s into the 90s, and now all of the changes we've had. Janet, give me some of your perspective on the changes you've seen over the years, not only in the community, but with the students in the schools.
Well, the kids are pretty much the same, really, and the few that aren't, it's only a few. You know, most of the kids are great. That's one reason why you stay with them, because you really like them. The changes.
Was there as much traffic in 1972 as there is in
no.
the year 2000?
It's terrible now. When I come in the morning, if I don't come in early, the traffic to get in here can make you late. I mean, it's better to be early. You know, it's really getting bad.
Sure. How about the, I'll just keep moving along here, Jean, the makeup of the community as far as the ruralness of the North Penn area? How is it different today?
We had a lot more busers than we do now. There's a large number of children living in apartments now, large apartments, which we didn't have back then. We have more mothers working, which makes it difficult, which requires daycare, so now we have base or extended
school care.
Right. And I think things are very different than they were back then. We're moving at a much faster pace. We have a very diverse population in Oak Park, which is really neat. I think it's such a wonderful experience for our kids to learn the other cultures, be exposed to all the things that they are. I just think they have such a wonderful learning opportunity. It's a learning opportunity for us, too, as adults.
Do you find that you continue to be surprised year by year?
Oh, always, always, which makes the job so much more interesting. It never gets boring.
Great. Now, Jim, you talked about the number of students that were bused. She talked about the number of students that were bused. Do you remember how many buses we had in our fleet when you began?
I cannot answer that correctly, but there was, I would say, when North Penn took over the buses, I think they had to buy something like 35 buses.
And
I may be wrong, excuse me, wrong on that, but it was in that neighborhood. And then it kept growing. Every so often they would trade buses in and get new ones. And the first buses did not have power steering, and they were very hard to get around.
No power brakes, no power steering. Were they
Correct.
stick?
They were stick shift,
Yeah.
yes. And so they were all Chevy buses at that time. And so now they're automatics, and they're very comfortable to drive. I came from a farming background, so I liked driving a stick shift bus, but a lot of the others did not.
Now, I think we have well over 100 buses now.
Yes.
I don't know the correct number either.
I do not know that
And
either.
we also subcontract as well.
Right.
So our numbers
It's a
have
big
grown
change.
tremendously
Yes, it's a big change.
over the years. But ironically, we used to have 2 bus garages. Is that correct?
Yes, there used to be 2 bus garages, one in Schwab Road, and the other one was here at the high school. Yes.
So everything's been combined. I guess it combined in the early 70s or so.
In the 70s, yes. Yes.
with the new high school.
With the new high school.
Now, talking about the North Penn community and why everyone's been here for so long, and we'll start with Jim again. What makes North Penn different? What makes the North Penn community different of why people come here to stay? And a lot of our graduates of the schools come back and want to live in the community and work even for the school district.
Yeah.
Tell me your perception of why North Penn is such a special place.
I think it has to do with the number of factories that are around. They're very outgoing and very open-minded to proceed in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the North Penn is the same. They want to do things, advance the education, and I think they're looking towards the future all the time, and it really helps the housing community grow that way. Yes.
Okay. Gene, what do you think? What makes North Penn, the North Penn School District, what makes this a special place?
Well, it is an affluent area, but North Penn School District offers so many programs. There's a program for almost every special need, extracurricular activities. They just have so much to offer.
Okay. Janet, what do you think?
Oh, I agree with Jean. Over the years, watching the community really cared about the quality of the schools for the kids, and and worked with them, and they were just good. You wanted to live in this area because it was a good quality for your children.
Tom?
I agree with all of you there. The community ed program over the years has really grown, and I know my in-laws, they moved to Lansdale, and they were just so elated that they could take evening courses, and they did. They took some shop courses. They made grandmother's clocks, and they made furniture, and this school district really uses its buildings and its facilities, not only for the kids, but for the adults, senior adults, and so forth. And this is one of the special things I think you find about North Penn that a lot of school districts have not had in the past. And it has helped us grow and has given us a good name.
Great. Now, throughout all these years, I'm sure all of you have great stories. Stories I'm sure we can't all share here on television, but what are some of the things, we'll go back the other way, Don, what are some of the more memorable moments, things that you're just always going to remember about teaching here at North Penn?
Well, let's see. When we started out in the 60s, we had an open school day. The kids from town had an hour to go home for lunch. So they left for lunch, and that left the faculty. We had some time in there to relax and enjoy ourselves. And we had some good times at lunchtime, didn't we, Jean?
Yes, we did.
We had some good staff. I remember at Line Street, they had a crew in the cafeteria. It was fantastic, and they would once in a while bake us special things. And this one day, Rose Sorrell, her name was. Yes. She came into school and she says, Don, she says, I had an inspiration last night. I baked your pie today. We're going to share this with the faculty. Oh, I love pies, you know. So I got the knife out and I cut the pie. It was made out of sticks and stones. And meringue on the top, but sticks and stones. Well, we didn't live that down for about a month. It was one of the memorable experiences. But the faculty and all the staff over the years have been tremendous. Just like one happy family, actually.
Great. Janet, what about you? What do you find most memorable about your time here at North Penn?
I think there were times, like you talked about pies, when we used to bake them for the teachers for Thanksgiving. And we made them from scratch. We'd come in, and it was just the nice thing to do. We'd cook fresh pumpkin up and do these things. You remember doing this, for the teachers. And but the kids, we do smaller ones or whatever, to do that, and the muffins. There's just so many things over the years that that you really do, and watching your kids grow.
and all the kids that continue to come in to this day
Yes.
to Cookie Corner looking for the cookies. And I have to say, too, I graduated from North Penn. That I'd have to put that up there as one of the reasons why I came back to North Penn to work here.
Thank you.
Best chocolate chip cookies
Oh, they are good.
on the planet comes from this North Penn High School. So, Jean, what about you?
The staff at Oak Park, they have a way of making everyone feel special, especially the children. They recognize each child's birthday. If there's a family going through tough times, they're there to help. They'll collect money, they'll collect whatever they need. They share the good times, the sad times with the families. It's just like Donald said, it's a very caring school. I can't imagine there are too many places, especially private industry, that do this. But it's the children. I was telling Don on the way up, I was walking down the street the other day, and I heard this young man shout at the top of his lungs, "Oh my gosh, there's my old school secretary." So he came over and I got a hug from him. Now he's in college and he had his girlfriend with him. He introduced us and he said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "Yes, you're one of the Shelley boys." And he said, "I can't believe you're still there." And it just made me feel so good that he would recognize me after all those years.
And it's great.
And I enjoy when the kids come back from, a lot of the high school kids drop in.
Sure.
Kids from college, kids that have moved away and come back, they always seem to come back to their elementary school.
Well, it's obvious you all make an impact, too, on the students, where they remember you, but I think it's always amazing to the students that come back. It's like, oh, they remember me, too, which is, I think, one of the nice parts about North Penn is we talk about that family and how much we care for the kids, and it's obvious we've had that impact on those kids, because when they come back, they remember.
Yeah.
Tell us about your most memorable moment, or your what you think of most fondly with North Penn.
I think one of the things that I enjoy is the co-workers. A couple of years ago, we had a softball team, and we went and played other schools, and I think that was a great time in my life. That right now they don't have one, and it's because of the busy schedule of everyone. I think they would do it if the time was right. The other thing is I arranged to take some of the co-workers out to the farm show on a Saturday and give them and we had rented a bus and went out as a group, and we really had a good time that time. And those are the things that I really enjoy about being a bus driver and working with the co-workers.
Great. Now you've had 35 years in.
Yes.
How many more are you going to put in?
I'm going to try and do my best.
Just keep on going.
Keep on going, yes.
When are you done? Are you going to ever stop?
I don't know. I still love my job. I still love going into work. I would miss the kids too much, I think.
Janet?
I feel the same way. As long as my health stays with me and I feel I'm doing my job the best I can, I'll be there. The kids keep you young.
Definitely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Don, what about you?
It's my last year. I think 40 years is enough. I mean, I've enjoyed all the 40 years, and I am looking forward to retirement and some traveling and so forth. And
I was going to say, what are your plans? What are you going to do after next year?
well, my wife will be teaching one more year. She teaches in Southern, and she has one more year to go. So my plans will be on hold for 1 year. I might go see my son. He lives in Hawaii, so go see him for maybe 3 or 4 weeks and play a little golf over there and so forth. But we'll do some traveling, I think, after she retires.
Okay.
And,
Great. I want to thank all of you for being here today. It's just wonderful to talk to you and hear your stories and provide a little perspective about the community throughout the years. I'd like to thank all of you for being on the show today, and I think the North Penn School District probably hasn't thanked all of you enough for all the time and dedication you've put in here at North Penn. But obviously the students have really benefited from all of your hard work and dedication here at North Penn. At the beginning of the school year, the superintendent put together a little piece to celebrate all of those employees who were here the longest. And it was a little piece based on the CBS television show Survivor. So as we leave today, we're going to show you that piece that we did for Convocation back in September. And I think it's a humorous look at of what we call our Trailblazers here at the North Penn School District. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us and your combined 139 years of experience. Thank you so much. That's it for this edition of North Penn's Finest. Until next time, I'm Bob Gilmer. Thanks for watching.
We have hiked deep into the North Penn jungle. With us are 6 North Penn Trailblazers. There's Jim Albach, who just celebrated 40 years of driving our students safely to school. Don Souter, the music teacher who has made music here since 1961. Don Venema, the seasoned assistant superintendent and district historian who has survived the classroom and the boardroom since 1969. Gene Fritz, who started at Oak Park as secretary in 1965 and never left. Frank Flozak, who came to us as a custodian in 1971. And Janet Roscher, who has baked for our students for over 26 years. All of these Trailblazers started their journey more than 25 years ago with North Penn School District in uncharted territory. They are our leaders, they are our mentors. They certainly have removed obstacles so students could learn. They are just a few of the hundreds and hundreds of staff members who have devoted their career to the North Penn School District. I want to salute all those veteran staff members who survived the good times and the not so good times and have persevered to help build North Penn excellence. But one challenge remains. Unfortunately, the North Penn Tribal Council has once again convened and must make a selection. Remember, the member receiving the most votes will be required to leave the summer island immediately, and their assignment will be to serve North Penn by being a member on every district committee in existence. The Tribal Council has spoken, and it is unanimous. The Tribal Council has spoken.
Batteries in the flashlight. Okay, you know what?
That guy? Look,
Okay, girls, it's 3 o'clock.
what is he looking at? They're looking at us. What do you think?
Oh, that's so obvious. Captain Obvious has scored again. Open your window, say something.
Oh, he's really gonna down.
Hi. Hi.
Hey guys.
Hi.